All right. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome along to match day 2 of the Euro special Champagne Hooligans. Boys, how are we?
Great.
Bloody good.
Very good.
Bloody good.
Very, very
Feeling
good.
very European.
Yes.
A week of footy in the bags. Or in the so good.
How bloody good. How bloody good. I mean,
I've really got Euro fever.
It's funny, there's a different feeling in my stomach for the Euros than the World Cup. I don't know what it is.
Why?
I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Ireland aren't in it.
No, I have been upset about that this week as well, but no, it's a good job we weren't in it because we just got hammered. Would have been great to have the games in Dublin, but I don't know. I just feel like the Euros are like better than the World Cup. That's just, anyway.
Well, is it because they're on?
That's factually incorrect, but
it's on at a normal time of day, and the World Cup is obviously on at different times because it's always.
Well, actually, yeah, maybe it's that. But also, the one thing I haven't liked about this year's tournament is just in all the different destinations.
I love that. I think that's the best bit.
I like the games on in Baku at the moment in Azerbaijan. Like, I mean, I think I was watching the Wales game earlier on. Like, it's 33 degrees there.
Yeah, who cares though? We're not there.
I know. Well,
like they put the shit games on in there anyway.
No. But
there is nothing better than having your lunch and then sticking on the 2:00 kickoff.
Yeah.
And then.
I mean, yesterday I came home, watched the racing, a couple of little glasses of bubbly for Royal Ascot.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Onto the glass of rouge. And then Portugal-Hungary came on, and then a little bit of France-Germany after it. I mean, a bloody good day spent.
Yeah. I have to say, one of the most annoying things was it like maybe Monday or something? There was no 2:00 kickoff. I was like,
"Yeah,
who the fuck is the 2:00 kickoff?"
Like, well, no, it suited me though. Racing took you up until the later kickoff, and then onwards. Lovely.
Absolutely.
JJ Foxamori, what's the story?
JJ Foxamori, what's the story?
You're in full-blown Euros mode. You enjoying the week? What's your highlights?
I actually am. Yeah, no. There've been some really, really good games. Like, I love Portugal. I didn't actually get to watch all the Portugal game yesterday.
They were crap.
Well, 3-0. Yeah, no, they were shit.
Yeah, but they scored 3 goals in the last 5 minutes, though, didn't they?
Yeah. I predicted 3-0.
It's funny how the commentator said in the first half is like, if they score here, the floodgates will open. It just took another 60 odd minutes for those goals to happen.
Yeah.
Grant got the job done anyway. You know, not easy playing in front of 65,000 Hungarian fans as well. So,
as you would know.
I would know.
Because of
stupid. That's so stupid, Eddie. But look, I've always been a Ronaldo fan anyway, and it's unbelievable what he's actually done.
Did you have a soft spot for him?
A very soft spot for Ronaldo. Like, I think he's unbelievable. Whatever, obviously getting the penalty and everything like that. But also, I was reading today, I didn't actually realize this, he's beat Platini's record now. Mind you, Platini scored 10 goals in one tournament.
9, but yeah.
I think it's 10.
It's not, it's 9, but
I think it's 10. I think it's 10.
It's 100% 9. It is 100% 9.
I disagree. I think it's 10. I'm going with James.
Well, I know for a fact it's 9.
Can I go ahead and answer the question for the quiz later and say 9?
Yes. Well done, Sully.
It's 1 point.
It's 10. It's 10 though.
It's 10. Not. It's 9, and it's 1984. He scored 2 hat-tricks. You're not going to...
That's 6. That's 6. That's 6.
Yeah, he scored 2 hat-tricks. There was only 5 games. He scored 1 the other 3. So what are you talking about, Steve? He scored 1 the other 3.
It's a quiz question.
He scored another.
You're not going to out-facts.
You're never going to out-facts me.
Sorry, you are going to out-facts him. You're not going to out-lie him. You're not going to out-shout him, but you are going to out-facts him.
No, you'll never out-facts me. Will we get it up? Does someone want to verify this?
In the preliminaries, we mentioned maybe potential a couple of topics, and I mentioned, it's a pity not to have our long-lost Liverpool fan on this podcast. But Brian seemed to take umbrage with that because I was talking about the Rafa potential hiring at Everton. But Brian already seems a little bit angry about it. And now he's going into a Rafa-style rant about it. You okay, Brian?
Yeah, well,
stop getting hot and bothered, man. That face is getting redder and redder.
Your dream is falling apart. Like the Saudi takeover is not going to happen. Rafa's not going to come back.
Well, the Saudi takeover is as close as it's ever been this week. So we'll see in the next 2 weeks. It probably won't happen, but it's definitely as close.
Stop reading the Daily Mail. Like,
the Saudi
honestly,
takeover
it's
the new Gary Neville. 3 transfer windows. Fucking hell! Every podcast. It's close. It's close. Definitely close.
Well, it's gonna be this summer or never. So yeah, that's definitely it. So yeah, look, the Rafa's a Newcastle man more than he's a Liverpool man. He might have won more at Liverpool, but he's much more loved by the Newcastle fans. And
I'd actually put him ahead in Chelsea than Newcastle, to be honest.
Yeah, well, he was literally hated in Chelsea.
I know, that's why.
He was a fat waiter.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that was.
Pretty sure that existed prior to Chelsea, but yeah.
Anyway, for anyone.
Yeah, so that's I mean, it's a bit rough if he does go, but like, there's obviously if Saudi deal takes over, Conte's on the market, we'll probably win the league next season. So,
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over your face, just blinding.
So I was out in the sun all day today. It's hit 36 degrees. I'm back, for the listeners. I'm back in Mallorca, and it hit 36 degrees today, and sweaty stuff.
And they don't sell sun cream in Mallorca, do they? No,
they do, but I started breaking out in like a heat rash because it's gotten so fucking hot. So
right.
I met my brother earlier. He's a doctor. He's like, "Yeah, that's heat rash, mate." I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
So heat rash is sunburn. Is that not?
My brother's a doctor.
You know, I like to think, as myself, Steve, and Owen, we're 21st century directors. Summer internship, work wherever you want. You want.
I agree.
If you're in
I
Spain,
agree, James.
Mallorca,
Yeah.
As long as you get the work done,
so
the videos up on time and podcasts. Hey,
so what are we on? We're on podcast number 18,
we'll give you a good
19.
Reference.
Podcast number 19, 7 19s.
Yeah, so for that comment, James, I'm deducting your equity by about 2% just for that. So
We've got 29 days of the O'Keefe allowed in Spain. Otherwise, for tax reasons, he has to come home to Ireland.
Yeah.
He
also has monopoly equity. So we just gave him all this monopoly equity, and he said, "Oh, mate, you own that. You own that."
He seemed to devise a scheme. He seemed to devise a scheme where you divide equity with time, but yet he's the one that doesn't have full-time employment. It seems to be slightly swayed in one direction. I don't know.
Well, I spend more hours working than this, and 3 of you would spend at your jobs combined. But whatever.
Yeah, but that's what interns do.
JJ Fox and Warren, how was your week? Is the O'Keefe trying to take over as per usual?
Fucking bringing up Rafa.
You asked me the question.
I asked you a question about Rafa. I didn't ask you to fucking disappear for 7 minutes with the podcast in your hand.
Yeah. So it's been good, and I'm sure we'll talk about it later on. The old fantasy football, quite enjoyable actually.
Out of the 4 of us, where are you in the 4?
I think I'm first actually.
No, I think you are first.
No, he's not first.
No,
I think he is.
I am first.
I'm on 75 points.
No. Well, obviously, you think this is the same way you thought Platini scored 10 goals. You're wrong. I'm leading.
God, like if this is going to be the tone of tonight's podcast, well, we are in for a fucking treat. Anyway, that's
really good job.
I will tell you one thing: Crystal Parish. Jack Traynor is absolutely beating the shit out of the O'Keefe.
Well, if he's beating the shit out of me, what am I beating you by? Because I'm like 60 points out of you.
Jack, that's not how it works.
Oh, is that not how it works?
No.
Because I think Steve Lennon's going to be doing a TikTok dance because he is dead last.
There it is, James. TikTok.
I am
Take a drink every time Brian says TikTok.
You know what? I'm taking a note. That's the first one.
Who's this handsome fella?
Okay.
Who's this handsome fella?
Yeah. Well, what's funnier? Is it me saying TikTok or is it Steve doing a TikTok dance? And I think it's Steve doing a TikTok dance. And and maybe even twice because his tournament picker is in the bin basically as well. After Scotland lost. In the bin? Well, he was Scotland to be the dark horse, and they
Scotland are going to roar back at Wembley on Friday. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
And just for clarity, who picked Turkey?
Brian picked Turkey.
No, I picked Ukraine actually.
Yeah, and they look fucking crap.
Fox, did you pick Turkey?
No, Fox also has Ukraine, and Ukraine did not look crap, and they played the hardest team and nearly drew.
I thought one of you boys were talking about Turkey last week. I was like,
no, Brian had Turkey in his bet to beat Wales, and that worked out really well for him, didn't it?
Yeah, well, we'll get to the bets because you were the camel that broke the straw's back. So, Yeah.
Outside of the Portugal game, anything else tickle your fancy, JD Foxamori?
Love the Italians. Obviously, I said about the Italians. I know they're not dark horses, but there hasn't been much talked about them. Gianluca Vialli, didn't realize he was on the coaching staff of the Italian team, so that was good to see. And I love their blazers. They look pretty cool.
Their blazers.
They look pretty cool.
Spectacular.
I wouldn't be surprised if Stephen Lennon orders a blazer by the end of this
I tell you what, I half thought about it. It reminded me of the time when I saw Bradley Cooper and I think it was Ryan Reynolds in the crowd in Wimbledon about 10 years ago. And they were wearing these savage blazers. And I was like, I'm buying one of them. So I went trawling to try and find it. Ended up buying some cheap knockoff. Didn't look the same.
Were you at Wimbledon or was this on TV?
So it was also on you, Steve. It was on you and not on Bradley Cooper, which is probably the main issue. Yeah. Well, the only other thing I really had was Rudiger. I mean, I called him out as a cunt in the final, and now he's after biting Pogba and getting away.
Didn't bite him.
So he's got away. Wait, did bite him?
Nibble.
Little nibble.
I mean, I saw it.
Little taste.
Yeah. If it was Suarez, he'd be gone for a year.
Suarez should be banned from football.
Suarez
should be banned from football.
Rudiger is the biggest thunder cunt I've ever come across.
Brian, that's racist. So I'm going to call you right out for you. That's racist.
I don't understand this. Like, as in,
racist.
Do thunder cunts not recognize thunder cunts, or how's it work? Like, as in,
no, I'm a genuine upstanding citizen of Spain. Well, yeah, I don't even know where.
You're not, because they won't give you a vaccine over there because they don't.
You're basically,
a man
of no parish. Nobody wants you.
You're
but, do you not appreciate a bit of shithousery? No,
hate it. I'm a purist. I'm a football purist. Always have been. That's why I went fantasy.
You don't like Diego Costa?
No, hate Diego Costa. Who likes Diego Costa?
I do.
Scumbag. Of course, thunder cunts like thunder cunts.
Louis
Suarez.
What about
Alan Shearer, biggest cunt in the game.
See, and I've always been one Newcastle fan where he's
David
not
Batty.
Player.
David Batty.
David Batty. I draw the line at David Batty now.
Joey Barton.
Joey Barton's soft spot.
He does have a soft spot. Joey Barton, the absolute boss fan of tricks.
the boss level of thunder cunts.
Exactly. Yeah. In order to complete the shithousery course, you have to beat the shit out of Joey Barton at the end of it.
Get an axe in your head from Joey Barton.
I've said this before on the podcast. Joey Barton autobiography. It's good.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. His
child is pretty crazy.
Yeah. It's just a nut job.
Yeah.
Does it stay or will I put it back?
Wait, who said that?
I would burn it, but do whatever you want with it, mate.
Who said that?
So yeah, that was the majority. Giving shit to Steve about Scotland. Yeah, Rudiger being an all-time cunt. What about the shit goal? Kicks it about 2 goals over and curls it in.
Oh my god, the shit goal.
Yeah.
That's the best goal I've ever seen. Certainly at a tournament.
Yeah, it's fucking outrageous.
And he started so far outside.
Yeah, it's closer to the corner flag. He started it than the
reminds me of a young Stephen Lennon golfing, like as in like the fairways down here. Yeah, he started out about.
Would be
it's coming back in. It's coming back in.
It would be if he hit it with his right foot because I've got that fade.
Yeah.
I can't
that was
draw.
The problem. It was a draw as opposed to
he also put it on target as well, which wouldn't be Steve's forte on the golf course.
Also,
1 in 10 will come back. 1 in 10 will come back. He is one now that I'm disappointed I looked over for fantasy because if you had thought about that harder, he is a good player. And that first goal he scored, the header was absolute peach.
Header was nice as well, wasn't it?
That was nearly.
Did you hear Shearer on the punditry? It was like, as a centre forward, going to have to appreciate that first goal too.
Yeah. That's so. It was actually. I watched that game now, and God, it was so frustrating because Scotland actually played very well, but they just couldn't finish their dinner. And then they got caught and
hit the post. A couple other chances. Loads of chances.
Left their best players on the bench. Like, what is the story with international managers? They're all just stupid.
Left their best players at home. Liam Palmer, Callum Patterson. Wednesday players.
Yeah, they're the Wednesday players, are they? They're crap. Yeah. So I wouldn't have anything wrong with that.
Well, the only thing I was reading about, the lads played all the qualifiers and then get dropped for the final squad. Like, that is pretty shit.
Yeah, well, they're crap.
You okay?
Yeah.
You
okay?
But Shea Adams, he leaves Shea Adams on the bench. He leaves Billy Gilmore out. To be fair, Billy Gilmore hasn't played
Shea
any.
Adams.
Shea Adams is shite.
Did you see the striker they were playing? Lyndon Dykes. He honestly the worst striker possibly in the tournament.
Yeah.
Shea Adams only literally got called up, I'd say 2 months before the tournament.
Yeah, but still, he's better than what they have. And then also left out Patterson, who's the Rangers left back.
The Wednesday player.
And Fraser, Ryan Fraser, who should definitely start for Scotland.
Anyway, they will be bravehearting the shit out of the England game on Friday, which I have down.
Did you hear Damien Duff?
Duffer now.
Did you hear Damien Duff? They were like, they might have to play an old video in the dressing room beforehand.
Oh Jesus!
God, he's so exciting, that boy.
But no, like, is it like he seemingly was involved in it, right, or whatever?
Oh, is that did Ireland play a video?
Yeah, they played a video for the England
remember
game.
that?
No, don't remember that. I don't follow Irish football at all. So
he left.
Well.
It's actually I'm not even going to entertain Stephen.
Yeah. But that's fantasy. We kind of glossed over that very quickly, and I would just like to hear from Stephen Lennon what his plans are to get.
I didn't gloss over it. I said I'll give dues to the best player in the league, and that is Crystal Palace. Jack Trainer won.
Oh, no, he's the top.
He's the best player in the league.
But I'm the best player in the league.
Top of the table.
No, I'm the best player in the league. He's top of the table. Yeah,
but
you can't judge anyone by 1 week. I don't even judge you by 1 week.
Well,
I judge you by 10 years of.
I'm not judging this guy.
You
can tell. I've never met this guy, but you can tell by his team he's better than you.
No, it couldn't possibly be. It is a good team though. Let's see.
I think the story of week 1 has been JJ Fox-Moore coming back with a 30-40 point night last night. So.
The only other question I wanted to ask people is: did they play one of their 2 chips, wildcard or limitless, this week?
I didn't even.
No idea what you're talking about
either. JJ Fox-Moore, do you have any idea? As you know, one of the better members of this podcast,
I did see the thing in the right corner today.
As in, like, I'm the best fantasy player here. If I could actually fucking give a fuck.
Stop trying to get tips and suggestions out of me, Brian. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, the game week's closed, James. So I did play my limitless because I'm a pro. And that's what pros were doing this week. So I played my limitless card.
What is limitless?
Limitless card, you can pick any player. There's no budget. So it's actually, there's a big call for them to bring them in an actual fantasy Premier League next season as a chip. So basically, no budget. So you can have the most expensive players. Same with team value this week is like 140 million. So
we can just do that next week.
You can do that next week, yeah.
Surely it's better doing that.
I'm not gonna. You know what? I said it about tips already. I don't give them out. And mine is played this week, and as long as Switzerland don't score, I'm looking good. So no one played a chip apart from me. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna win fantasy again. See, the problem is none of you know how to play it properly. You're like, oh, that sounds like a good player. He's like that. I'll put Harry Kane in.
No one gives a fuck, and what matters more is picking actual results, which I'm clearly the best at on this pod. So
yes, and we don't have to beat you at this pod. That's why we've got these boys. That's what we've roped them in to do. So
no. Well, you've roped them in, but you just have to not come last, Steve, and you are by distance in last place.
What happens if you come last?
Nothing.
What happens if you come last? Oh, it isn't nothing.
Listen to some previous pods.
Yeah. That you like were not like if you can't remember it live, just go back and listen, James. But so the loser of the 4 of us, the winner gets to pick 2 forfeits, and that will go to the winner of the overall thing. So I will get to choose from 2 forfeits that I create myself for Steve to do, because Steve's gonna lose. God, I hope Steve loses, because he really doesn't like to do a TikTok.
Did anyone listen to that? Because I stopped listening after about 2 seconds.
He's getting very carried away for just the first game week. I know.
But he's not even top of the league. He's actually getting
You're in James Fox's house now. You're in international football rounds right now.
Yeah, and James is coming up like a train. James is the microwave man of international football.
he is the microwave man. And like James's bracket, I'm very worried about. I think he's going to win that bracket. It's looking very good at the moment. When you include well, Sully and Steve definitely won't. But fantasy. James Fox won't beat me because he doesn't know how to play the game. He got lucky this week. Like the other thing is, you can get excited after 1 week because it's only like 6 weeks, so it's not like Premier League was like 38 weeks long.
Yeah, but what happens? It'll separate the men for the boys when we get down to the quarters, the semis, the final. That's when you're really.
If you knew about it, so everyone's going to have the same team by the semis and the final because you can't have differentials players. So the key.
Of course you can. There's 11 players in every team.
Yeah, but when you're in the final or in the
semis, there'll always there'll be 44 players available.
So you're going to have completely different 11 to everyone else on this podcast when it gets to the semis.
For sure.
Definitely you're not going to have one shared player. Yeah, you're not going to have one shared player.
James, hit us with a tagline there, please. It's boring.
Well, it's boring. It's boring when you're losing. I think Fox doesn't think it's boring. I think Fox thinks. I think.
What I will say
hoovering up little pieces of information there.
Yeah.
No, what I will say about I'm taking notes because I'm going to be throwing them all in Brian's face.
What has happened over fantasy really has. It's been a microcosm of fantasy for Brian, basically winning for his entire life. So the Finland-Denmark game obviously gets somewhat suspended, and then the Denmark goalie or the Finland goalie saves a penalty and gets 12 points. Yeah. And then Steve Lennon has Gareth Bale 13 on his team. Gareth Bale wins a penalty, takes it today, and skies it over the fucking bar.
I didn't even know that.
And Steve Lennon has Wojciech Szczesny as his goalie. Someone bangs a goal, it hits the post, comes back and hits Szczesny's head, goes for an own goal, and Szczesny gets minus point.
Yeah, but you see, if you knew how to play the game, Steve. So I also had Szczesny, but he was playing later in the week, and in Euros you can sub players in. So I knew my Finland goalie was playing first. So again, you don't know how to play the game, you're going to lose. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Yeah, well,
it's typical Brian to say, "Oh, we're playing this game," and then he doesn't explain the rules.
Yeah, he didn't explain the rules.
No. The rules are there to be read, but it's just it's.
Also,
we don't have time. We don't have time to read the rules.
I'm super busy these days. I'm super busy.
Yeah. Well, I'm busier than all three of you, so don't even fucking come to me. Although it is literally my job to learn about fantasy, what we have to do on fantasy. So okay, I'll appreciate that.
I'd love to see. I'd love to have a look at Brian's calendar. 9 till 12, sleep. Lunch. Go to the dog park. 2 till 4. Read about the Euros. TikTok for an hour.
Yeah. What about all the clips?
Oh, clips. Yeah, well, that comes later on in the evening. Clips. 7:30 to 8 o'clock. Done.
Yeah. Hammered. And then get hammered.
Then get hammered.
Yeah.
Down in Shagaloof.
Portugal's goals, that passing for that last goal was class.
Yeah, I still think they're overhyped.
Yeah. No, they look very good.
Tournament football.
Yeah.
Ronaldo
they're going to be good.
Absolute sitter. In the first half, ball came in and he skied it over from inside the 6-yard box.
And also, whatever about Fernandes and all that, Bernardo Silva is just so good to watch. So good to watch.
I cannot wait for Bruno to score 2 goals in this tournament.
Bruno ain't scored anything. Do you want action on that?
Well, that's a bet.
I like this.
That's a bet.
What you want?
What's the action?
Bruno to score or not to score? Even money.
Yeah.
Sure, Steve is so confident he's not even going to score a goal. Come on, Steve.
I'll take
100 quid.
3-1. I'll take
100 quid. I think there should be. I think for the listeners' benefit, there should be a forfeit involved.
Well, then I'm not doing it.
Yeah, he's such a pussy. He's
Brino as a backseat betting driver here. What are you on about?
Guinness Book of World Record pussy, Steve Lennon.
Oh my god.
Brian O'Keefe couldn't possibly use that joke more.
I know, yeah. It's pathetic.
Well, okay.
It came off one time. It came off one time, and he's just done it to death.
Brian O'Keefe is just looking for forfeits left, right, and centre. He's like, get out of the bed on the left hand side tomorrow. It's a forfeit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give it a break.
But
I fucking got you. I got you, man. I got you again.
Steve is just so.
Are you eating your cereal with your fucking left hand?
You idiot!
You're just so scared of a forfeit, Steve. It's unbelievable.
Oh,
you're gonna have it in fantasy though, because you're about 30 points behind.
Well, I won't have it in the quiz anyway, so I don't need to worry about that.
Oh,
shall we talk about our bets?
Yeah, I suppose we should. Love to.
Oh, it's great to hear your responses there, boys. I think that confirms for the listeners. Yes, that is right. Brian and Lenny's bets lost last week. Thank you for your votes.
It wasn't my bet. It was the public's bet. So the public is on.
No.
Public is on one strike.
No, Steve. You have to own your own suggestions. You're putting up 2 bets because you think both will win. Both lost. Is that correct, Steve?
They both lost, but the public chose one.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's very clear.
Still, it was the one the public chose.
Fox, what did you win with?
France. France won.
And the public selected Portugal -1 from my suggestions, which they were correct to do.
That came in.
The unfortunate one was the other one, the Denmark and Finland game, which was obviously very unfortunately interrupted by it. Do go ahead and look up your CPR instructions and any sort of advice you can take on that. Good to have it.
Well, Fox got so lucky because his other bet that he wanted to take ahead of the France bet was North Macedonia to beat Austria. And it was Brian.
He should have seen. This is what I played. This is what I played. You should have seen the public vote. I'm playing the game. I'm playing the game. Okay.
You're playing the public game, are you? You should have seen the public vote. I think it was like it was 98% to 2%. So 1 vote for North Macedonia.
James, Roger, Matilda, Fox.
The rest of mine were very close. Brian,
it's just a competition as well between the bet. Like, you lost the bet. That's it.
No, but his 2 bets were very close in the public vote, James. So obviously he won.
I'm sorry, I got it wrong. Sorry, Brian.
It's like when he lost his bet in 2016, but he was on the beach in Thailand, so he actually won the bet because it doesn't matter what the result was.
So France won, and Portugal won, and Switzerland lost, and Turkey lost. So, what are we thinking for this week, lads? We'll do it starting off with the first game that won, and that is Sully. So Sully, you go 1. I'm going to go 2, and then we'll do it in reverse in terms of obviously selecting your first bet and then your second bet, and then we'll go who lost first. Who did Switzerland, Wales?
That was Steve.
Okay, then Steve goes, and then Brian's last, and then we'll let go Brian first, and then we'll do vice versa. Is that all right?
Okay,
very well explained.
Yeah,
most reasonable thing James Fox has ever said.
Don't get the point of it, but it's very well explained.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, it's completely pointless.
So for all the listeners, just before we start filming,
it's definitely ABBA.
Yeah, no, Brian's like, yeah. So I get first bet, me. I also get second bet. Yeah, I get second bet. So I've done it a nice fair way, I think.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna go first.
We're all decided.
I know he's going to steal one of my bets now because he's gone.
Okay.
No, I did. Yeah. I started taking notes.
No, sorry. I was first bet.
No, I've got my bet.
I've already written them, so I won't take any shithousery from any of you cunts.
Okay, well, I'm going to back Ukraine to beat Austria. That's my bet, and that's at 6-4.
I will be putting my own money on this bet. I think it's phenomenal value. Belgium 11-10 to beat Denmark.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I rarely back football bets.
I am going to take Portugal and Germany to draw.
It's not a bad bet. I think it's a good result for both teams. My first bet would be France -1 against Hungary. You could really go to -2. I think it's basically money. Oh, I'm going again through the Fox idiotic rule. My other one my other one is going to be Italy and Wales to draw. Italy are going to win tonight. They're already 1-0 up. So a draw with against Wales should put both those teams through in first and second. So I think that's a smart bet. It's 29-10. It's actually quite good value, that bet.
It's an interesting one. Italy probably have a little bit too much for him, but I like.
I think they'll rotate.
I like to play. Yeah, no,
like they did against Ireland in 2016. In Ireland,
I definitely like to play. It's a good shout.
Okay, I'm going to take, and it's at 5:00 next Wednesday, which is just before the cutoff. The 23rd. That is next Wednesday. I'm going to take Sweden to beat Poland. At 11-8 on Paddy Power, so probably better than that. And Poland looked crap, and Lewandowski looked past it.
That was such a shock, the Slovakia win. Hamsik looked so good.
He's a baller. He's an absolute baller, man.
So good. Sully?
I am going to go with Croatia to beat Czech Republic, 23-20. JJ Fox-Maury, your second bet?
Yeah, last one I'm doing, I'll go Portugal to beat Germany.
But I have that already in as a draw.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what the public votes.
Well,
no, but they can't. You can't put that in, James.
Work. Yeah. And it's an awful bet.
It's definitely not like.
No, it's not. I don't think it's an awful bet, but you just can't put it in.
Either way.
I was looking at that one as well, but Steve had already called it.
Ruined it as usual.
Portugal looked very poor. You're resulting. This is what you guys are doing. You're resulting. You're basically letting the result of that game completely shape what you thought of the game.
Is Stephen knee-jerk Lennon slagging people for being
resulting? Yeah. The biggest knee-jerk in the game.
The first 85 minutes of that game, they could not string a pass together. They looked completely incoherent.
They missed a ton of chances, Steve. And Hungary just had 11 men behind the ball. Germany won't.
Yeah, they're literally playing that. Hungary are probably the worst team in the tournament by three or four goals.
I don't think they
Hungary
were
at home in front of a huge crowd, absolutely massively up for it.
They weren't that raucous. They were not that raucous.
The
Hungarians.
They stuck to their game.
The raucosity of the crowd is almost irrelevant, Steve.
It did not even register on the raucosity barometer. So
that needs to be a T-shirt.
If anything, they were just happy to be there. So,
yeah.
Maybe the next
have a scale, and out here just go boom. Okay, Jenny Fox and Murray, do you want to have a second?
Yeah,
pick?
Sorry, just looking at that. I will back Switzerland and Turkey. No one's got that?
No. What are you backing?
I will back
for good reason.
Both teams to score in that as well.
Okay,
that's interesting. I was expecting one of your this team to win 1-0, 2-1.
Yeah.
Which never came up, and he used to always
these are
the best. These are the best bets ever. Not one of them ever came in.
So just to clarify, that's both teams to score, and that's Turkey v Switzerland. Also, for the listeners, I have a chance of winning 65 grand at the end of the Euros, depending on how the group stages go. So very excited about that, and things are going very well.
I would say that's almost certainty at this stage, James.
And sorry, where's the 65 grand from? Have I missed some action? Was there some action I've missed?
Just predicting how the groups are going to come out.
Oh, is there money in that?
Do you want to share the experience with the listeners?
Is this the predictor?
It's pot luck, but you're predicting first and second of each group. So I put 10 euro.
We've done this.
No. He's obviously had a bet with Boyle Sports.
Oh, right.
And it's 10 euros, and you select the first and second of each group. Is it?
Yeah.
And it's all going your way.
It's going okay. 67.
Do you care to share it with the listeners for the experience of it?
We'll wait. We'll
As
wait
opposed
to
just randomly
to
talk about it.
We'll probably be very excited about it next week when it's going to come through.
How does that make sense? Surely you tell them now.
It's not going to come through anyway, so it's a waste of breath.
All right. So basically, Fox isn't going to win 65 grand. Is the announcement for
here's how he's not going to do it.
Hey everyone, I've got this really good bet, but I'm not going to tell you about it. Okay, great. We'll talk about it next week. I mean,
Okay, so what I put in here. Okay,
I think Sully's right.
Okay, ready. Let's go,
okay.
Fox.
Okay.
Shout it out quickly. Come on.
Italy, Switzerland, Belgium, Russia, Ukraine, Netherlands, England, Croatia, Spain, Poland, France, Portugal. And that is 67 grand coming my way.
Nice.
Wow.
The Fox and Bulldog will be a snazzy looking garage pub after that.
There will be a jacuzzi in there.
There'll be like, be like a hidden wall that opens up into like a smaller Fox and Bulldog.
There'll be a downstairs wine cellar as well. Basement cellar, sorry, I should say.
Dusty boxes of shot enough to pop.
I do get excited about the big bets. You know, you're kind of like, well, someone has to win.
That's why Paddy Power share prices have been continually one of the best shares to own for many, many years.
Gotcha. Well, they didn't see me coming taking 1,200 off them for Big Philly Mick. So, you know,
it's golf.
If we're talking about big scores, you're looking
net deposits. Net deposits. Let's hear it.
Net deposits are 990 or something. So on that card.
True. I'm sure.
All right, boys, it's time for the quiz.
It is.
That time of the week again.
So last week was the Euros 2016 quiz. This is kind of a mumble jumble of all European Championship quizzes. So standard rules apply, 1 answer per player before free for all. Double or nothing will be offered to the winner of the quiz. Penalty tiebreaker shootout if there's a tie after 12 before the double or nothing, and a dance forfeit for anyone that gets 0 answers. Did James Fox like the way I did not say TikTok there?
I'm still taking notes. I'm just crossing them out. Like you're on 4 this episode, so it's a record.
4. Good. So it's the record low, I would say.
Record low. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done 4 in one sentence previously.
Yeah.
Right. So question 1. Cristiano Ronaldo just overtook Platini's goal record in the Euros of 9 goals, but which UK player lies in 3rd place in the all-time European Championship goal scorer list?
Lineker?
No. You're right.
Shearer.
5.
Yes, Fox.
4.
Alan Shearer.
You're a 96. I was a London boy
I think
back
Steve
then.
nearly said it as well because he started the shh.
No, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking there's a reason you said UK player and wasn't English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was getting ready for Gareth Bale.
Yeah, no, I need to throw you a little bit. If I said English, it was
that could be the first quiz in about 3.5 months that I have not won the first point.
So, question 2: what Russian player finished joint top scorer in Euro 2012?
Arshavin.
Titov.
No. Out. 3 seconds, Sully.
Zhirkov.
No.
Pavlyuchenko. Pavlyuchenko.
No.
Not Pavlyuchenko.
It's not Roman Pavlyuchenko.
That's what I was thinking of as well. Tomic.
No.
Kachanov.
No. Attacking midfielder.
Golovin.
Titov.
No.
Igor Titov.
No.
Arshavin.
Titov is like, no.
Championship manager legend, is it?
Oh, Steve might be onto something here.
What is that fucking name?
Lodov.
No.
No, you're not getting close.
Who's in?
I'll give you another 10 seconds and then I'll tell you the answer.
Oh, Zagov. Alan Zagov.
No.
Oh, you're kidding me? How is
I know. I'm going to give it to him because he had the first name.
Zagoev. Alan Zagoev.
No,
that's what I said.
I'm going to say Steve. He left out like a syllable, but it's like basically an Alan. He said Alan.
I said Alan Zagov.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah, and Sully, you wouldn't have had a fucking clue when he'd said Alan Zagov.
Yeah.
No.
I said championship manager.
No. As soon as he said
ridiculous.
Zagov, I knew who he was talking about. But
That's because that was his fucking name. As soon as I said Alan Zagov.
Just because you can't pronounce the fucking name doesn't mean he doesn't actually get it. Like, so that's bollocks.
Oh,
well, I don't know. James Fox has had struggled pronouncing names for centuries.
He got the Alan. He got the Alan.
That's
it's
the
good.
only
It's
reason
good.
I gave it to him is because he got the Alan. Otherwise, I wouldn't have.
So what? So he's not pronounced Zagov. It's pronounced Zagiov.
Zagoev.
Fucking
Yeah,
basically
it is. No, it's if you hadn't got the Allen, I wouldn't have given it to you, Steve. So
bloody good though. That's bloody good because you knew I got it when I thought Championship Manager Legend. I knew that fucking.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember. Never fucking came of everything. No one ever bought him.
Right. Question 3. Ireland scored 3 goals at Euro 2016, 2 goals at Euro 88, but only scored 1 goal at our only ever Euros, Euro 2012. Who scored?
Sorry, that question was completely incoherent.
Oh yeah, actually, to say that question again.
What? Ireland scored 3 goals at Euro 2016,
Go on,
2 goals at Euro 88, but only scored 1 goal at Euro 2012.
St. Ledger.
Who scored it? It was St. Ledger. Well done, James Fox.
Yeah, that question was
against Croatia.
Incoherent, like as in.
It wasn't. You just. I mean,
that question should be null, like as in.
Well, Fox got it before I had to repeat it, so
that's true.
Yeah, but he's.
Someone
is. Congrats.
Someone is dancing.
On.
I don't feel like dancing. I don't feel like dancing.
So the score is after 3 questions. Fox is on 2, Steve is on 1, and Sully is on TikTok. Question 4. Which country has won the most European championships?
Germany.
Spain.
Yes, Steve.
What did you say?
No, Germany has 3, Spain has 2, France has 2. So Steve is now on 2, and Sully is in trouble a third of the way through the quiz. Prior to Euro 2020, only 1 player in history had made 5 European Championship tournament squads. It happened from 2000 to 2016, and he won 2 winners' medals. Who was it?
Raul.
No.
Xavi.
No.
Oh God. Christian Yang. Oh, Stefan Klose.
No.
Puyol.
No.
Christian Yanker.
No.
You've mixed up. Oh, I need to get into.
Stefan Effenberg.
Ramos here.
No.
Fabregas.
No.
Can.
No.
Thomas Muller.
No.
Iniesta.
No, I will say only 1 country won 2 winners' medals in the span of 2016.
David Villa.
No.
Torres.
No.
You heard me say Iniesta, yeah?
I did. It's not.
Yeah.
Capdevila.
2016.
No. Yeah.
Juan Fran.
No. It's pretty obvious when you think about it.
PK.
Xabi Alonso.
Ronaldo.
No. Fox still guessing non-Spanish players.
Sorry, I didn't. Oh,
Joaquin.
No.
David Silva.
No.
Carlos Puyol.
No.
Fernando Herrero.
No.
Casillas.
Yes, Fox. Iker Casillas.
Sorry, that was a mispronunciation. He doesn't get the points. Bullshit. Unbelievable.
Oh my God. Sully is sick.
Casillas. That's like a midfielder.
Sully is sick. Look, he's sick. And he had so many options to get it. Opportunities. Unbelievable. Question 6. What manager has coached the most games at the Euros?
Deschamps.
No. Out.
Oh.
Jurgen Love.
Yes, Steve.
Fuck!
The R stiffer himself. Halfway through the quiz, it's 3-3, Fox and Steve, and Sully's on TikTok. Is this the closest we've gone to a second TikTok from the quiz?
I'd say it's only happened about freaking 3 weeks ago. Come on.
He's angry. He's angry. Which ex-Manchester United player, so this is a home question, so has the most assists in European Championship history?
Ronaldo.
Ryan Giggs.
No. Fox.
That was a stupid answer for me.
Ex? Do you mean retired, or he means?
Well, I'm not. All I'm saying is which ex-Manchester United player is the most assists. Fox, I'm going to have to go free for all if you don't give me an answer in the next 2 seconds.
Goals.
No, free for all.
Pravorsky.
Beckham.
Yes, Fox.
Yes.
Pravorsky. What a get out of the clouds, James
after
Fox.
Scholes.
After
I remember
Scholes.
Euro 96, I was a boy in London.
was
And I remember
class.
that tournament inside out. And I remember him scoring like a
boy in
chip
London.
or a cracking goal. So
Yeah, by a distance, he has the most. He has 8, and I think the closest to him could be 6. And a few players on that. Question 8. Who did Spain beat in the 2008 final?
Holland.
No.
Italy.
No. I mean, I'll just be Steve, I'll give you 3 seconds because like this is one where you just gotta
Germany.
Yes.
Fuck.
I mean, it was so easy. It was so easy.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a team up to
How was it easy?
as in because we had taken the first 2
Because
teams out of
Italy-
it, so it was
Yeah,
like
but why-
Germany was the
but
next
there
man up.
But you got to be thinking, why would he ask a question like that? It must be something a bit random. But then it wasn't.
Question 9. Who was the manager when Spain won Euro 2008?
Louis Aragonés.
Okay.
Del Bosque. Del Bosque.
Yes. No. Steve got
What
it.
is-
Luis
Del Bosque.
Aragonés. So there's 3 questions left. 75% of the quiz done. Steve's on 5, Fox on 4, and Sully is on the dance forfeit. Known.
On any platform of his choosing.
No, it will be on TikTok. So, question 10. Who won the Golden Boot at Euro 2008?
Torres.
No.
Via.
Yes.
I gave him that
Devastating.
Come on, the lads! Come on, the lads! Come on, the lads! You go.
That is devastating. It really is.
I absolutely handed that to him on a plate.
Yeah. Yeah, it was David Villa. We were so close. So Steve 5, Fox 4,
I'm
Sully
gonna
1.
put my feet up now and just let
Question 11. Ireland famously beat England in Euro 88. Who were the other 2 teams we played? Point for each.
Netherlands.
Romania.
Fox got 1. No, Steve.
Bulgaria.
Germany, West
No.
Germany, is it?
No,
Now it's a free for all.
it's free for all.
I watched this fucking documentary.
Austria,
No,
Switzerland.
you're missing the team. No, you're missing the team at the top of the group.
Italy.
Right.
No, not Italy.
Oh, did we draw with them?
What did you say, Steve?
So
Did we draw with them?
We played
With who?
England.
Austria.
We played England.
Austria.
Who else were in the 2 groups?
Austria.
Sorry, who were the other 2
So
teams?
we played
in the group? Is that it?
England and Fox got Netherlands, and who was the other team? They topped the
So
group.
Netherlands, England, and
Sweden.
No,
Bulgaria.
no. They're no longer known by the name that which they
Yugoslavia.
played.
Yugoslavia.
No.
Oh, Soviet Union.
Yes, the Soviet Union topped the group.
Oh, fuck. Jesus, me and Fox right down to the last.
So Fox gets this one. We go to a penalty shootout.
Sorry, yeah, because I was ahead.
Yeah,
So
you're on
I'm gonna
6.
stay out of this for entertainment value. I'm gonna stay out of this one.
Yeah, Foxy D, this gets this penalty shootout. Otherwise, Steve gets a double or nothing. Who scored the golden goal for Germany in the 1996 final?
Oliver Bierhoff.
Yes, Steve. Ruined the tiebreaker. Are you going to double or nothing at Steve?
Of course,
sorry,
I'm doing nothing.
I should actually get that point for like taking.
I
away
would
from
still
Steve.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just for the record, I have 2 points. I have 2 points, so I don't look as pathetic.
No. For the record, you have 1 point.
Yeah, and barely got it.
But I'm putting it up for the win, so you could take the whole quiz home now.
Yeah. And
I'm happy to do that.
We're going double or nothing. Let's do penalty shootout. And if we're at a tie,
then we go to the
15
first.
answers.
Penalty shootout first to how many? What's the number of
So
options?
I have 17 options, but I'm only going to give 15 because that's divisible by 3. So
first to
so everyone gets 5. Everyone gets 5 guesses. Sully in last place will go first. Fox in second will go second. And Steve. Actually, no, that favors Steve. So Steve goes first. Fox goes second. Sully goes third.
But should the winner of the quiz not have some sort of benefit?
Okay, yeah.
I can take any handicap you like and fucking still beat you. No, I have to have to.
Listen, boys, if you could win a fucking quiz at some stage, I think we were in fucking February the last time I lost one.
Listen, take me back to the Premier League because I have no chance at international football.
Well, we were in the Premier League. So what? We want to go to some other fucking tournament.
So everyone will guess 5 guesses each.
James, by the way, you're pretty quiet after I nipped you there for that quiz.
Oh mate, you need this, you know. You need this. Like I don't like. I'm thinking. I was actually just thinking. I've got some beautiful chicken there. I'm just thinking I'm going to eat that after. That's all I'm thinking about. But you need this. You need it for your confidence.
Right. So the double or nothing this week will be a penalty shootout. It'll be 5 guesses each. Whoever has the most guesses after 5 will win. The
most correct scores after 5.
Yeah, correct penalties scored after 5. I do have a backup question. If there is a tie between any of the idiots participating. Steve, you go first. So one at a time. The question is, I have a list of all the players in history who have scored at least 5 goals in the European Championships prior to this year. At least 5 prior to this year. There is 17 of them. Steve, 5 seconds.
Ronaldo.
Yes, 1. Fox, you are next. 5 seconds.
Suker.
No, miss. Sully, 5 seconds.
David Villa.
No, miss.
Brian, it's what I'm up against.
Sorry.
Platini.
Say again.
Platini.
Yeah, Platini. Like we just talked about at the start of the podcast, scoring 9 goals in 1. Steve, that's 2. Like it's
what am I supposed to do here?
Sorry. Hang on a second. The most goals ever scored in the Euros.
So, no, 17 players have scored at least 5 in the history. Name the 17. Villa obviously has 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Fox, 5 seconds.
Raul.
No. Sully, 5 seconds.
Closer.
Oh my God, Brian!
No.
How am I dealing with this? Shearer.
Yeah, Shearer also.
We talked about all 3. We said 1, 2, and 3. We was like, honestly, this is a joke. Is Ashton?
Hang on, like it's like they're fucking perfectly reasonable guesses.
Honestly, I'm gonna hit camera TV.
But you were literally told. Yeah, I know.
Is this the real world? Yeah. Is it the MTV's real world? Like we literally said 1, 2, and 3 already on this podcast.
Yeah.
They were.
Fox, 5 seconds.
It's over anyway.
It's not.
It is. Steve has 3.
Yeah,
yes, but you have your
can
third
still
goes.
get 3.
It's unlikely though.
With the first 2.
Mbappe.
3. No. So 3, 2, 1.
Gerd Muller.
No. C wins. Oh my God.
I don't get what's so fucking funny. Like, as in, like, they're all perfectly reasonable guesses.
The players you missed, right? Griezmann, top scorer at the last, got 6 in the last tournament. We just spoke about that last week.
Yeah.
Then Ruud van Nistelrooy, Kluivert, Wayne Rooney, Thierry Henry, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Samuel Milosevic, Nuno Gomez, Marco van Basten, Milan Baros, Jurgen Klinsmann, Fernando Torres, Mario Gomez, and Zinedine Zidane.
So I went for Gerd Muller instead of Klinsmann.
I'm not laughing at the ones you missed. I'm laughing at the
fact that you were given the answers and you guessed instead of taking the answers.
No, you just said fucking Villa was a top scorer. Like, you two fucking shitting yourselves. Like, it's fucking retarded.
Brian's delighted with himself because he's reading the fucking answers. I'm annoyed now. I should have got Shearer. Should have got Shearer.
Looking at the actual answers. Like,
what are Brian's questions? One of Brian's questions today was which English striker says the third most amount of goals in the Euros. That's fine,
but like I said, I would have thought
we said
Villa would have scored at multiple Euros, so therefore I said Villa as a pretty safe bet. I would have thought.
Oh, well, I thought the safe bet would be the answer that you knew.
That's fine, but Villa was more fucking prominent to my fucking mind. Like,
or the Platini. Were you not looking for a point earlier for the Platini question?
I didn't look up anything.
But you really wanted a point for the Platini question that we discussed ad nauseum tonight.
No, Sully. This is jocks v nerds. Like, look, let them have their moment. Like, you know, the quiz master's absolutely shitting himself. Like, he's actually set for the week now because, you know, and Lenny. Well, look, all I need to do is look at Lenny and just I get enough laughter even looking at the lad. All right, and look, he won the quiz. Fair play. I'll move on. I'll sleep well tonight anyway. Like,
just recap the penalty shootout scores. Steve got three out of 3. Fox and Sonny gets 0 out of 3. So well done, Steve. That's 4 points.
Great goal. It's a great goal for Locatelli, by the way.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Sonny. So look, let Lenny have his moments. He's absolutely chuckling himself, like, you know, front of the class. Like, what do you mean you couldn't remember that? Like, so look, let him have his moments. I don't mind.
God. I do wonder about you two boys. I do wonder, I must say.
I mean, I'm looking forward to competing. At least now I'll probably get to compete last Euros because 4-0 is almost unassailable. So I will get to compete in the last quiz of the season.
Great. Yeah, great. 4-0. Jesus, that didn't take long. Unlucky boys. Anyway, another great day.
I'm on fire. I'm so hot. Laughing so much.
That's all we have time for on this week's episode of Champagne Hooligans, Match Day 2, the Euro special. Thanks, boys, for your time. That was a blast.
Thanks, lads.
Chin, boys.
Cheers, guys. Cheers, Sully.
Good luck.
Oh, you boys. You do tickle my funny bone. You do tickle my funny bones.
Fucking retards.
He's so angry.
We just couldn't fucking get what was so fucking funny. Like, they were perfectly reasonable fucking guesses.
They're
like,
funny because
I get the point.
Yeah,
that's
why it was funny.
That's why it was funny. They were reasonable guesses, and maybe they would have been reasonable to use them after you'd taken the answers that were given to you. But you gave me all 3 of the answers that were given. I kept going around.
Well, who answered? What was the Shearer question?
The share is who was third in history. It was the first question in the quiz. I was since Ronaldo beat Platini, who's behind them. You got that right, I think, Fox, as well. Wasn't that?
Yeah, Fox got it right.
No, I knew that. I was annoyed about the Shearer one. The other ones.
In the very same manner, if I got the question right that David Villa was top scorer, was David Villa not a perfectly reasonable guess to go with?
It was a reasonable guess.
It was, but you knew the answer. Yeah. It's still funny. Like, I can understand that it was a reasonable guess, but it was still funny you didn't guess the actual.
After those 3, I definitely would have put
Villa. Yeah, would have probably been next best guess. Yeah.
Anyway, tough titties.